Hello everybody, it is Narrative Tarot, and I am here with Scorpio or Pluto, January 2022. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, so this is for January 2022. I'm trying to get these done this week so I can continue with like the rest of the stuff I want to do. But yeah, so this is for people who have Scorpio or Pluto aspects. I read primarily by planet. I'm not really a big zodiac person, but you know, as far as like algorithms and stuff goes, and as far as viewership, I just put Scorpio there, mainly because people don't really go by planet. And that's how I read, which is kind of like mismatching, but it is what it is. Alright, so generally the readings are two parts. It's not like a one part is finances, one part is love or something like that. It's just I generally use two different decks. And so part one is kind of an overview of a situation, and sometimes the second deck is a completely different story, or it's a better explanation or a more in-depth explanation, things like that. So for the first part, I'm going to be using the Mandala Astrological Tarot. And then the second part, I'm using the 7th C. Yeah. And I assign planets to my decks. So that's how you see different decks. And that's how I use all my decks. Because otherwise, it would be like one card, right? One deck being used all the time. Okay. Okay, alright. I think I'm good. Wait. Alright. So you got the Princess of Cups. You got Judgment. You got 7 of Pentacles. You got 3 of Cups. 6 of Wands. And 3 of Swords. Your reactions to things may be really mild-mannered, to be honest. Pretty mild-mannered. Maybe it's because it's somebody that you care about. Yeah, 2 of Cups came out. Emperor and Aries. 5 of Swords. Okay, so this is somebody who you may have had. I don't know why relationship shit is coming out. So don't do relationship stuff. You have Libra, well, Justice, and then 6 of Swords. So you could be, I'm not going to say dealing with, you could have a relationship where you wanted to communicate this. Actually, you know what it could be? Somebody may have changed their number, or somebody may have changed their number, and you can't get in contact with them. Child, this is somebody I know. That would be funny. But it seems like it's somebody that may have changed their number, or is considering changing their number, or it's somebody that you're in close contact with, or was, or whatever, and they changed their number, or they've changed. There's something that has changed with that 6 of Swords card. I feel like something has changed. Got the Magician at the bottom, and then the 2 of Wands that flipped out. They made a change for the better. I think that, but I feel like there's some sort of number change. Either they moved, they changed addresses, they helped somebody move, okay, or like they changed numbers. They could have changed jobs as well, but they definitely have gone through some sort of shift. But there's also this not knowing how to tell somebody something because it's a close relationship. Maybe it's like you're not knowing how to tell somebody that they are moving away, or and it's not like breaking up with people or anything like that. It's there's a change happening within oneself. So like if you have a friend, it's not that you are dissatisfied with the friendship. It just could be like you're friends, you live together, or you are really close, and now you got a new job and you're moving like 3 states over, something like that, or another country or something like that. Like it seems like it's hard to tell somebody because it'll forever shift the friendship, and it might feel bad because just because of the ties that have been there, like especially with this Emperor card and this Two of Cups and this Princess of Cups, like this person could have seen you like develop and grow like quite a bit, and so like for them to not physically be there, because we have like these Swords cards and stuff like that, to not physically be there but to have to like watch your journey now like virtually, it feels kind of weird to have somebody who like was there physically now is like interacting with you like virtually, basically. Like maybe with this King of Pentacles and this Magician card, that it opens up the space for you to do other stuff and move forward. But I do feel like the Five of Pentacles, yeah, it just feels like somebody is really hesitant to do stuff. They're really hesitant. It's like this person is a friend that really has probably seen you through like a lot of stuff. And so to see them go is kind of like, or having to move away from them, it's like really great because like, oh yeah, like I'm moving forward, but it requires a lot of strength. And it could be because also you're moving to a place where culturally you may not fit in. Like this friend, you and this friend may have a certain routine and stuff like that, and culturally you like align with the stuff. You know what you could do is look up the astrology of your city that you're going to and things like that and see how it overlaps. I realized the city I'm in shares my Saturn, and then a city I consider moving to also shared my Saturn. And then after that, I was like, maybe I shouldn't consider. Maybe I should like do something else. But you might want to look up the astrology of that, because the astrology of that place could also affect this friendship, because like you're interacting, and the crazy thing is it's like you're interacting with your friend while you're interacting with the space, but they're not interacting with the space, they're interacting with like the virtual. And so it's almost like the astrology of the virtual space has some sort of energy that plays a part. And it's like it could strain the relationship, but it changes stuff. It changes. This is like so. Of course it's Pluto. Shit. It may. Okay. It may. You got the Ace of Fire at the bottom. You have the Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. It may become like a colder relationship. It may grow up, actually. The relationship may mature and grow up. Yeah, Saturn, yep. Some sort of Saturnian influence. So wherever you live may have some sort of aspect to your Saturn. You may share Saturn like I do with the city I live in, or if you're moving somewhere, look at the Saturn, look at the chart of that city if you can find it, and then see kind of where it would be in your chart. Because that's where you'll probably mature and grow up. But it seems like also your friend plays a part in this maturation process. And it could be the absence of a friend shows you something. It's almost like if you you had a synastry with your chart, with your charts, whatever is like a certain, it could be where Saturn is in your chart or where Capricorn is or something like that. But I think where your Saturn, like the actual planet, is, they could have been helping you energetically. And so to have them leave means that your chart is kind of empty. Like, say, so this is Pluto, right? So say your Saturn was, say you had Saturn, I'm trying to like figure out like what's going on as far as this like thing is going. It seems like that person, it seems like that person has Saturn in the 8th or something like that, and they have Saturn in the 12th too. Or the 11th. They have Saturn in a house, and they've helped you through a lot of stuff, and your relationship grows and matures. But when you move, it's almost like your chart split. And so the energy that you could tag onto, now you have to like align with the actual place that you're in as opposed to like a human. And that opens your chart up. So it means that like you could bond with somebody and have an energetic placeholder, meaning you could learn lessons with another person, but when you move, you'll learn lessons with the space itself. So whether that's interacting with, I mean, you'll interact with people and you'll learn, but it's like the place itself sometimes holds an energy. And also the energy of the people who collectively come places tends to create sort of an energy. Like, so I have a Saturn in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces, the city that I'm in has a terrible reputation. It's more like an underdog, down on its luck kind of thing, but it's like some really heavy shit that it has to like deal with, right? So collectively, the people that are here are probably, I'm not saying they all have like Saturn and Pisces, but they all collectively probably share some sort of aspect of underdog. It doesn't matter on a classist level or anything like that, but there's some sort of underdog or very stern way of viewing the world, or some sort of bleakness or some sort of pessimism. It's something collectively the reason why we all in this bitch. And you had a friend or a relationship that held you, you know, down when you were in this one city. Once you move, you have to start relating to the city that you've gone into, and they have their own chart now. It's almost like atoms splitting or cells splitting, but instead of having complete replicas of each other, it's like you separate and you are two separate people, like you were supposed to be. This is a really weird weird reading. You got the Empress under that, though. That's cool. Wand, Princess, Fire Palace. So it does seem like there is some sort of maturation process. It seems like you are going to a new city without this person, and they have energetically held space for you for a really long time, and you're trying to figure out how to tell them, because it's really going to shift the relationship, and it's going to make the relationship a little bit more distant, because you're now going to have to energetically place hold with an entity that isn't even a person. It's a place. It's taking the energy and interacting with the energy of humans, and you will interact with those humans that are there and travel there, and you know, blah blah blah, transients and people who are more permanent. But the learning lessons is more about overall. It's like the bubble has to expand. The bubble that you share with that friend has to expand, and then has to expand to include the city, and has to expand to let them out, because they're going to start developing their own thing. So if you talk to each other every day, or you have lunch every week, that's going to shift, obviously, if you're not there. And the relationship may become a little bit colder, but ultimately it matures. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you came back and one of you looks more, you got the World again that popped out. One of you looks a little bit more aged. You may start to gray. You got the Nine of Pentacles, the Star, the Five of Pentacles, and Strength again. You may look like you've aged, or you've gone through some shit or something like that. I think it's just the protective hold of this person. Where did that cup go? Because it went from 9. Oh, there it is. I was like, I guess it has to leave to create a new opportunity. Literally the 8. Oh, and then you get the Hermit. It seems like a shift. So that's really interesting. Let's see what kind of characters you're going to meet. Let's look at the 7C. Transition to that one. I try to keep these under 25 minutes. It's already 18 minutes in, right? Let's see. We're going to use this deck now. This isn't a tarot deck. It's based off of like video game. It's kind of made like a tarot deck, but it's the way the creator explained it. It's a deck that the people in the world would most likely have. So not all the cards line up as far as the majors go, especially the minors. I think line up pretty well, but there's some cards in here that don't. The Road, and then the Five of Swords. They come up reverse, but I don't like reading reversals. Three of Swords. So something is broken. Something is broken once you kind of start this thing. I don't think the friendship is broken. Five of Coins. I just think that energetically, this person can no longer hold space for your reunion. So it could be you're going back somewhere that you are from. It could be that this person is going back to somewhere they're from. But it, you know, you got Queen of Cups, the Ace of Wands. It could be that they're going back to where they're coming. And you know what? If that's the case, energetically, they're going to renew themselves. So, and also if you're going somewhere, you're going to energetically renew yourself. It could be something where you have some sort of reunion. You got the Prophet, which leads me to believe that it was something that you were supposed to gain. And then you have, let's put this one, you have the Thrones, you have the Knight of Cups, and then you have the Ten of Coins. So it's something that you're supposed to unite with yourself, the Magician. Something that you're supposed to prove. You got the Betrayal, and you got the Ten of Cups. You got the Three of Cups. While you're gone, some stuff might go down. And you got the Two of Cups. Some stuff might go down. Points. Now, this could be while you're at this new city, you experience some really hard times through people, interacting with people, or trying to make new friends. And usually it'll probably be because you're trying to make new friends in the old way, but you have to adapt. You're no longer, if you're not as street savvy as your friend, I would say pay attention then to a lot of that stuff. You got the Lovers. If you're not as relationship savvy as your friend, pay attention to that too. You got the Six of Swords, Hanged Man, Four of Wands. I would say take your time and explore what you're trying to do here. Like the Four of Cups. There will be some sort of depressive phase that you have to work through. The Witch, I would say get your spiritual cleansings together. And the Dame of Coins. Definitely if you feel like coming back for like vacations and stuff like that, I would say do it. I would note that I think with that Prophet card, situations will arise to keep you in this place. So I will also say with the Hero and the Five of Wands, be careful where you choose to go or where you choose to accept like some sort of job offer, because it could be a while before you get back if things go wrong. You got the Three of Wands, the Dame of Cups, the Queen, the Seven of Cups. The Queen of Cups and the Dame of Cups to me are always practitioners of some sort. The Dame of Cups is always the person that doesn't care how she gets what she wants, in particular. So if you did some sort of spell work to get ahead or move forward or whatever, just be aware that whatever you put into motion has to now fully see its way through. And if you are now outside of the protection of someone who maybe was more proficient or older or more advanced at what you have done, I would say you're going to have to learn your own energy, your own magic system, and all of that when you move to this place. And the cycle may take a while to complete itself. Yeah, so that's all I have for you. I think, yeah, that's all I have. I was going to fold in the carpet. I was like, there's really nothing more to say. There's some sort of relationship. Energetically, they held space for you. When you move to another place, they will no longer be there. You'll have to link with the energy of the place itself. The relationship may go a little bit cold. If you use any sort of spell work to get somewhere, make sure it wasn't for a man, woman, he, she, they, she, quay, bay, whatever. Make sure you made these moves for the right reasons. Just saying. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Pay attention to your surroundings and things like that. It will, if you're learning magic and you used it to go from there, You're going to learn about what not to do and what to do when it comes to magic. So, take care. I hope you enjoyed this January 2022 reading, and I'll see you later. Peace.